Do you have dreams of becoming a technology content creator on YouTube? Have you ever wondered why companies send some channels products for free? Well, in this video, I'll address the how and why. And if you're a budding content creator in this space, you really can't afford to miss this video. Let's get started. How's it going, guys? Angus here from Muse. If you're new to this channel, welcome. It is my aim to empower creativity through technology. And one of the ways I do that here on YouTube is through product reviews, where very often a company will send me an item, such as a 3D printer, for free in return for a review. But what many people don't know is the whole story as to how I got to this point and where I now actively turn away many review requests every week just because I can't handle them all. Indeed, there isn't much information at all out there to help creators in the technology space. When I was invited to the Google headquarters in Sydney a few years ago for a YouTube training day, the genre didn't even get a look in, which I think is a shame, but also an opportunity, as it means you can still get in while this sort of space is largely unknown. This video is also not going to end in a buy my ebook or course pitch either. No, I strongly believe in truth and honesty, and it's my hope that by putting this video out, I'll gain more subscribers on the platform and a larger following of people like yourself who I've earned your trust. And that, my friend, takes us to the most important concept in running a technology YouTube channel: ROI, or return on investment. Return on investment is a performance measure used to evaluate the efficiency of an investment or to compare the efficiency of a number of different investments you might have going. It's a business term, and if you want to grow your YouTube channel, you need to view it the same way, like a business. Everything you do for your brand should be related back to your ROI, and it's your aim to always maximize that return on investment. However, something a surprisingly small number of people get is that you're also looking to maximize the ROI for all parties involved. For you, the person watching this video, and also most importantly, if you want them to send you something, the company you want to work with. Everyone should benefit. You need to ask, what can I do for this company rather than what can they do for me? What is their return on investment for working with me? Whether they're sending you a product to keep or just one you're borrowing, you have to remember, in the case of a review, that they're actually taking a risk. Not only are they risking with the price of the item they're sending you, but the fact is, reviews can be negative or positive. And if you're interested in my particular approach to handling reviews, you can check out this video I did detailing all of that. But that's something to consider at a later date. For now, the question is, how do you even get on a company's radar at all? What makes a company reach out to you asking for a review? Well, let's start with following. The easiest value transaction for a company to perceive is how many eyeballs will see your video on release. It's not exactly fair because channels with small subscriber numbers can have a much more active fan base than larger, older channels. But nonetheless, this is by far the most powerful metric when working with companies. But there's a clear catch-22 here, because if your aim is to produce technology reviews, then you need those videos to grow your community. Then to convince companies, you need a bigger following to send you the products. So what do? Well, you need to think outside the box. Remember, first and foremost, you should be providing value to your subscribers. Many large tech YouTubers fostered this fan base through high-value content such as tutorials, or they worked in an industry that gave them access to the technology for free. So Linus of Linus Tech Tips, for example, worked at a computer company and had the opportunity to grow his fan base, unboxing hundreds of thousands of dollars of that company's products without spending a cent of his own money. And personally, I worked at a 3D printing studio, and I worked with these 3D printers and machines all day at work, and then on the weekend, I would literally borrow the machines for my review videos back home. The company I worked for won because I told the people in the videos they could go back there to buy the machines, and I won because I could grow a following due to my videos. Positive ROI for both parties. Next thing to consider is patience. I'm not going to go into your chosen niche. The beauty of this platform is you can find an audience in almost anything, but you have to be truly passionate about it. If you're going into it thinking that running a YouTube channel is some kind of hack for getting companies to send you free products, if that's your true aim, then you're not going to succeed on this platform. There's other, easier ways to earn money to just buy things. Look at your favorite big channels in this sector. Their passion is clear as day. They love what they do, I love what I do, and products are part of the system, and they're great, but they're not why I do it. And if I stop getting product reviews tomorrow, it wouldn't really affect me. And you have to be realistic. It will take time to grow your following to a point where it's viable to reach out to companies in the first place. But when you do reach that point, you need to be ready. When you're well known enough to be on the radar of companies you'd like to work with, only then would I consider reaching out to them. And keep that magical ROI in mind. What can you do for them? Companies want their products to be portrayed in a positive, engaging way, and sometimes a review just isn't that. Remember, they're taking a risk. For example, maybe they make an amazing quality chrome spray paint. You could propose to use it in a unique cosplay build that you're documenting on your channel. Or for example, you might be great at PC modding. Maybe you want some really high-end LED lighting from a company to make your build really stand out. These are different approaches you can work with companies to get products in return for exposure and demonstrating their product in a really cool way. Remember, the larger the company, the less likely they'll engage with influencers. For a lot of them, the concept of influencer marketing just is too new, and for them, they might just not be interested. And that's okay. Accept it. Don't get upset. Use it to drive you forward and grow yourself and your fan base to a size where they're begging to work with you. Foster relationships with others instead. Now, there is definitely a dark side to all of this that I need to address. It can be tempting if you're just starting out on a channel to give products overwhelmingly positive exposure in the hope that it'll butter up these companies and other companies to want to work with you in the future. The thing is, this is hugely flawed for several reasons. Firstly, no one believes a purely positive review. People aren't stupid, but by overlooking a product's flaws, you're actually betraying your own following that you spent so long to grow in the first place. It's like stabbing yourself in the back. It might sound counterintuitive, but in my experience, people actually love it when you're critical of a product, which will continue to grow a loyal fan base, which means that other companies, which are actually worth their salt, will continue to work with you. This is especially important because your fan base will make purchasing decisions based off your video. So you might be okay overlooking issues, but you can guarantee that they won't. They're spending their hard-earned cash on that product that you praised. And a company that cops from negative reviews should have the integrity to thank you and go back to the drawing board to improve their product. They shouldn't attack you. And if they do, look, a business shouldn't be afraid to fire bad clients. And similarly, you should not be afraid to fire bad companies. It's something that I've had to do in the past, and it's just how it is. With that in mind, you do need to protect yourself. Here on Maker's Muse, I have a contract that gets emailed out and agreed to before any product is sent to us. It covers things like delivery costs and import duty to make sure I'm not responsible for it, and also makes it clear that our review is final, except in exceptional circumstances, such as like damage in shipping or a mistake that I make, stuff that's out of the control of the company. A company asking you to produce a review that is only positive or one that they want to watch before you make it public is bad news. That's a pretty big red flag. Oh, and also if they offer you money for said review, that's not only immoral, but it's actually illegal in most countries. So yeah, don't do that. Sponsored videos are definitely viable though, where you might be sent a product or even paid to produce a video. However, they should never be structured like a review. Instead, they should be like a showcase of the product, wowing the company and giving your audience value. Get them and others coming back for more. Don't destroy what you've built by selling out. Next is the concept of bias. Now, something I've only come to realize after running a technology channel for several years is that, well, we all have bias. No review can be truly unbiased because we are all shaped by our experiences in life in different ways. Instead, I believe it's important to clarify that a review is actually your opinion and you should encourage your following to seek other opinions as well before making their purchasing decision. It's the only responsible way of doing it, in my opinion. And then finally, be prepared to pivot. Now, this might sound like it contradicts my advice of patience, but patience does not equal inaction. You see, YouTube gives you a wide range of analytical tools to track how your audience perceives your content. So you can see how well an individual video does, as well as track general trends on the platform. It would be insanity to do the same thing day in and day out without ensuring you're getting the results you're after. And yes, the ever-changing YouTube landscape can be maddeningly frustrating sometimes. But again, at the end of the day, you should be looking to provide value to your audience. Your audience is the most important factor of what you're growing, and they will be very vocal about what they want, so pay close attention. So there you have it, my advice on getting review units on YouTube. This video is definitely biased and shaped by my experiences on the platform, so I highly recommend checking out this video by Linus Tech Tips going over their approach to how they get sent review units. And if you found this video useful, or if there's another topic you'd like discussed here on my channel, please let me know in the comments. I'm definitely open to ideas. Look forward to seeing you again very shortly here on Maker's Muse. Catch you later, guys. Bye.
Here's the latter half of the 20th century, and man has sent rockets into deep space. He has placed satellites into orbit. He has actually